Hello, everybody. How are you? It's early morning in Pittsburgh. The weather has changed. Fall has hit. And we are going to take the quiet of the morning to do a quick lyrics explained. And this time it's going to be Post Malone Circles. And of course, Lyrics Explained is where I take the lyrics of your favorite songs and explain them so you can enjoy the song more. That's the whole idea. And let's be honest, Post Malone is a hit machine right now. Just came off his New York City dive bar tour introducing this song. And another hit. Let's examine what he's talking about in the song. Now, Circles talks about his younger days in Dallas. He grew up as the son of his father worked for the Dallas Cowboys in some capacity, some executive capacity, and in high school, him and his buddies, Post and his buddies, used to get in their car. And I'm not saying this is something you should do, but I'm saying it's probably something that you might have done. I know it's something we did in Des Moines, Iowa. But those are stories that remain to be told another day. So they would, late night, go out, what we would call in those days, doing donuts. They would get in their car late night on a weekend. Perhaps there was some refreshments involved, but they would go do donuts. Now, there's different ways to do it. You can do it in the snow. You can do it without the snow, just drifting on the street. And the worst level, or one of the highest levels of mischief and damage to property, is doing it on somebody's lawn. Now, I'm not saying that Post Malone did that on somebody's lawn. I'm just saying that's what the song is about. Whether he and his friends went over to a former girlfriend's house or not and did donuts on the lawn in the middle of the night, maybe while they were on vacation, well, that remains to be talked about by Posty himself. But when he talks about the seasons in the lyrics, when he talks about when the seasons evolve and love and formerly hot love cools off, and all of a sudden somebody's not returning calls or texts, and all of a sudden your emotional investment in another person has taken a serious temperature change based on their non-interest, or perhaps their interest in a new person that somehow finagled their way into the relationship, even though you were doing everything right. We're humans, and especially at a younger age, guys, we all know this. What we think is such a love of the ages can quickly become a love of the fall semester. And perhaps the other person has found a new beau, but people are emotional, especially in the throes of love, and sometimes human emotions cannot handle it. I don't care how you cut it. I don't care if your counselor tells you to move on, that your parents tell you to move on, your best friends tell you to move on, and your own logical mind tells you to move on. It doesn't matter. sometimes inside your heart, you just have to go do donuts on their lawn. So, as I suggested, all my lyrics explained videos, all these songs or lyrics are working on different levels. And of course, he's talking about once you've knocked over their mailbox and taken out a few hedges, it's out of your system, and it's time to look for somebody new, or to let the stages of grief take their cycle, their circles, and circle back to a new love. So that's basically it, guys. He's talking about getting in a 1965 Ford Thunderbird, or a 1973 Chevy Camaro, or a 1983 Gremlin, or a 1996 Ford Mustang, or perhaps a broken down Jeep from 1999, perhaps a 2005 GTO, anything that you have available, driving over to your former love's house at speed, driving up over the driveway, knocking out the mailbox, sending it flying into the living room window, and laughing wildly with the wheel pulled hard left, or if you're a righty, hard right, with the music blasting out the windows on a cool, crisp autumn night, and doing donuts at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm just not suggesting that ever happened in my life. I'm just saying I've seen it happen. All right, that's Circles by Post Malone, another lyrics explained. I hope that helps.